Live.
Go ahead and give me Matthew 34 and 10.
Oh. Yeah, Matthew 34 and 10.
10 to 34, so like Matthew chapter 10, verse 34.
Call.
Lord Christ, who we got on the conference call?
Call. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think that I have not come to send peace on earth.
We started the top again.
Call. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Right. It's Christ speaking. He said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they read the scriptures, you know, Christ, when he was on earth, he didn't, you know what I mean, he didn't murder nobody, kill nobody, none of that. He didn't commit no violence against nobody. But at the same time, Christ was like, think not that I come to send peace on earth. It's a lot of people think that Christ, I'll take some. There's a lot of people that think Christ, you know what I mean, just so kind and peaceful and soft and all that. You seen the picture of, you see the image of Caesar Borgia?
Right.
You know what I mean, the white Jesus. That's how they look at Christ. They think, a lot of people think that's Christ of the Bible.
Right.
That's not. You know what I mean, that's Esau, you know, creation. You know what I mean, make them look soft, feminine, with a damn nightgown on. You know what I mean? But Christ said, think not that I come to send peace. Keep going.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Not to send peace, but a sword, meaning war. You know what I mean? Christ is peaceful to his people. You know what I mean? He came to, you know, gather us together first before he left. But when Christ returned, you're going to see what he means. You know what I mean? And he didn't send peace on earth when he was here. You know, he's the reason why your family don't like the truth. You know what I mean? Why the Christian church is against us. Christ is the reason behind that. Because if you was doing what Christ wanted you to do, you would be on his side. Because you're not, it's a problem all throughout the earth, man. You got all these heathens, got their own picture of Christ. You know what I mean? After their own people.
Right.
You got the Christian church that's lying about everything and going along and get along. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you got men like Commander Yahanna, brothers like us in the I.S.U.P.K. who tell you the truth, and it crushes the world. You know what I mean? It offends the world. That's why a lot of people don't like us. They don't like what we teach because it creates division on earth. You know what I mean? Not with the nation of Israel. It unites the nation of Israel if you believe in it. But it creates division because the world has been taught what? That God is all love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Christ didn't come and teach all love. Christ said, read that again, start at the top, read it again, the Apostle.
Call. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34.
That's what Christ taught right here.
Think not that I come to send peace on earth.
If you thinking that Christ came to send peace, you thinking wrong. Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Listen, it said the Lord is a man of war. What do you think his son is about? You think the son is about peace and his father is about war? Come on now. Him and the Most High ain't on the same accord.
Right.
And we know that ain't true. They all on one accord. Christ is about warfare, and Most High is a man of war. He about warfare. I tell you.
Salaki.
Wow. Go ahead, Nafash.
Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
What are they talking about? I came to set a man at variance against his father. Lord Christ, who we got on the conference call? Hey, make sure y'all state y'all name when y'all call on the conference call. Don't hesitate, y'all. Who else? Alright, Gashani, Yahanna, who else? I got you. Is that it? Alright, verse 35 said, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father." Who can break that down? What it means to set a man at variance against his father? Go ahead, Yahanna.
The thought process that the son gonna have is gonna be different than the father, and they're gonna have them going at each other's throats back and forth, debating one another about whatever they got going on in life.
Yeah, right. They're gonna be against one another. You know what I mean? And this going on. A lot of brothers that came into the truth set at variance against their parents, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had to, I know my father, but I had to teach him a lot of things according, how to, the interpretation of the Bible, you know what I mean? Because they Christians in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it comes to them Gentile breakdowns and that, you know what I mean, who Christ died for, they love to think they know the Bible then. Keep going.
Come. And the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Daughter against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, man. The daughter gonna be against the mother. The daughter-in-law gonna be against the mother-in-law. You know what I mean? What? And this what Christ wants. This is what Christ wants. Set a man at variance against his father. You know what I mean? The daughter against her mother, daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. You know what I mean? Your mom gonna be wanting your sister to do certain things too. Sister gonna be against it, man. Like going to get a damn abortion like she did.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta be against that. I mean, you come and start following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna be set at variance against the world.
Right.
Because the world don't want you following nothing that's in this book. They want you to be a homosexual, a transgender, gay, a pedophile, a murderer, a robber, a thief, a liar, just a sinner, man.
Right.
Disgusting. That's what the world wants you to be. That's a lustful bastard, man. The Lord don't want you to be that. Steady on that.
Come. You got verse 36.
Give me, I ain't gonna get into the article. You know what? Pull up the article I sent you about the brother that want to go fight for Ukraine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What you just said, article you about to bring out, I had read it earlier today. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church and the Christian doctrine, that's a hell of a drug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go and want to, suit up and boot up for another man that don't even give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we about to get into it, man. You talking about the one about the Detroit brother, right? 62-year-old? Yeah. Go ahead and put the article up, the Posh. Or y'all wrong, either one.
This is for Digital Daily. Detroit man heads to Ukraine to fight against Russia.
Read that one more time.
Detroit man heads to Ukraine to fight against Russia.
This is Detroit. When you think about Detroit, just the city of Detroit, what comes to mind when you think about Detroit? Hadar.
Salaki, sir. Even though it's in Flint, but when I hear about Detroit, I still think about them not having clean water.
Damn right.
I think about them losing jobs and abandoned housing, and also I think about an article you had brought out a while back about a child, a black child that was shot at by an Asian man because he was trying to retrieve his bike out of the yard.
Oh, that was in Detroit?
Right, it was.
Oh, man. That's heavy. Yeah, when I think of Detroit, man, everything you just said ain't like poverty.
Right.
Especially when it comes to black people. They say the most black people is in like Detroit. And this is a man from Detroit, and he doing what? Read that again.
Detroit man heads to Ukraine to fight against Russia.
And he going to Ukraine. Don't know nothing about Ukraine.
Right.
He going to Ukraine and fight against Russia. Listen, man, we supposed to stay out of their business.
Right.
We're supposed to let Edomites fight Edom. Like, this is the perfect time where we can sit back and let white on white crime prevail. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just sit back, relax, and be with your family. But no, a Negro always got to show massa why he's just the Superman for massa.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
A Detroit man is preparing for what seems like the fight of his life.
Go ahead.
As he will help continue in the war efforts against Russia's attacks on Ukraine, Fox 2 Detroit reported.
You know, I was just thinking when you brought out that about Flint right there. I'm thinking like, why did he help with Flint?
Right.
Do you help in Detroit?
Right.
He jumped up to go fight for the Ukrainians against Russia. I wonder if he ever did anything for black people in Detroit.
Right.
Go ahead, Hadar, go ahead.
So like this, if I could. Also, understanding how the oppressor how our oppressor thinks and also speaks. When you hear that article, when they say like this man seems like he has to fight for his life, using that word seems, it's showing you how they know this black man is completely out of place. He's completely out of place in trying to go fight for this war.
I think he a veteran. We're gonna get into it. Read it real quick.
Come. Dr. M. Bunjan Johnson recently announced that he will be there in the war, fighting for Ukraine and helping them in their battle against Russia.
Hey, look how proud he is. I'm gonna be there fighting against Russia. I'm gonna be on Ukraine's side. I'm gonna love the white man.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's so happy, man. We so happy. We over here oppressed, slaves, post-traumatic stress disorder, mental illnesses, dying left and right. We'll jump up. We'll get on that battlefield when it's time to defend white people.
Right.
It's crazy. Go ahead.
According to the report, today on Wednesday, March.
Somebody give me Isaiah 31. Go ahead.
Okay. Today, on Wednesday, March 9th, the 62-year-old plans to travel to Amsterdam and then to Poland.
So he's going to travel to Amsterdam, then to Poland. Go ahead.
From that location, he is traveling to Ukraine to fight in a battle.
Then he's going to go from there to Ukraine to fight in battle. He's going to do what, y'all wrong? What we talked about? He's going to be a damn shield.
Right.
He's going to be a target. That's where he's going to be. He's going to risk his life to die for white supremacy, for white people. Go ahead, Yahanna, you die.
Can we precept this traitor with John 8 and 44?
Hold on. Wait till I get in Isaiah real quick. I'm gonna hold that real quick, y'all. Go ahead, Nafash.
To the dismay of his family, according to the report.
To the what? To the dismay of his family. Like, his family don't even want him to do it.
Right.
They shocked that he even want to go over there. He's 62 years old. He want to go over there and fight for Ukraine. His family shocked. He had variance with his people right now, but it's not what Christ was talking about.
Right.
Christ didn't want you to have variance with Israel. You know what I mean? To go fight for the white man.
Right.
He don't want that to happen. Go ahead.
All of Ukraine is a war zone.
Detroit is a war zone, right?
Right.
Detroit is a war zone. Go ahead.
So to speak, said Dr. Johnson in the article.
He says it's a war zone, so to speak. Go ahead.
So I'm going there to kind of help the Ukrainians defend their homeland.
Listen, man, I think he got more pride than the damn Ukrainians.
Right.
I think he got more pride. The way he's breaking that down, he got more pride than the Ukrainians, man. Go ahead.
So like it's again, just listening to the text, how he's going to kind of like he wants to. This man wants to throw his life away for these oppressors who do not know him, who want nothing to do with him. They've even shown in the news how they won't even let blacks leave the country.
Exactly.
They can't even leave the country by train. But you want to kind of go and help these people. Like, you're even showing that you don't even have the complete confidence in yourself to do this, but yet somehow you're still so delusional that you want to go and help our enemy, help these oppressors. It's a lot.
It ain't kind of. He proud. He a proud slave. He ain't kind of. He want to go over there and do it. You know what I mean? I think they got news footage of him too. Go ahead, Nafash.
Home 1+2. I get real-time information from Ukraine from my contacts there.
See, he get information about Ukraine. Go ahead.
And they're really,
So when he get that information about Ukraine, every time he get the information about Ukraine and Russia kicking Ukraine behind, it ignites him. It makes him want to go over there. I got to go over there and help. Russia is kicking the hell out of Ukraine, man. Russia, what we just hear right then, y'all run. Russia in the city of what? Kyiv? It says they moved up to the suburbs where how many people? 3 million people?
3 million people.
It used to be 3 million people, but Russia is invaded the city of Kyiv suburbs now. And all we heard was missiles going off.
Right.
Bullets flying everywhere.
Right.
Every time they try to sit down with Putin's like, we gotta have another conversation. Gotta have another meeting. They meeting up in Turkey and Belarus and all that.
Right.
After every meeting, you hear missiles going off from Russia. Right. And Putin is not trying to hear it, man. and that's what this brother want to go over there and help Ukraine. You want to be a target, man.
Right.
He's making himself a target. Give me Isaiah 30:1.
Okay.
And that's for any black Hispanic Native American Indian man or woman. A woman don't need to be at war anyway.
Right.
But any black Hispanic Native American Indian person who want to be on the battlefield, this is not your war, man. Yeah, they told you it was war on drugs. That was your war.
Right.
They ain't let you know they was at war with us, but there was a war against us. You know what I mean? You got it?
Okay. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
Woe to the rebellious children. I'm talking about black, Hispanic, Native American Indian people. Woe to for you brothers and sisters who want to go and fight this war, man.
Right.
Destruction is coming for you. I don't know what makes you think you're gonna prevail if you join any side. Right. The Lord is not with you in this war if you join any side.
Right.
The Lord is behind all this so they can kill each other, destroy each other to bring us up out of captivity.
Right.
Not for us to go to war for them so they can continue to reign over us, because that's what's gonna happen. You go over there, whether he fight for Ukraine or Russia, whoever wins is still looking at you like a nigga.
Right.
Like you don't get no honor. You don't get no honor, man. Build up Detroit. Build up the black people in Detroit, man.
Right.
Stay in Detroit and build up Detroit, man. Join Captain LeBron in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
Then you're doing something, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High.
We are rebellious, man. We love to go against these laws written in the Bible. We love it. It's then they're like, everything the Lord told us not to do, we do exactly that. You know what I mean? You tell somebody, man, eat a monkey. Oh, man, I don't eat no monkey. You tell that man, eat pork. He have no problem eating pork. But that's what the Lord said not to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord said don't sleep with another man's woman. That's exactly what we like to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? We are rebellious against God. We're not rebellious against who? Esau.
Right.
We don't fight against Esau. We fight for Esau. We fight against the Most High. We join Esau's side. And that's what's going on. When you join, this brother right here about to go join the Ukrainians and fight on the side of Ukraine, he fighting against the Most High.
Right.
He don't even know it. Go ahead.
Okay. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me.
Right, you don't take counsel from the Lord, man. Counsel of the Lord, you wouldn't even be thinking about joining no Edomite, no heathen in war.
Right.
Man, you wouldn't be happy to go fight. You wouldn't even be happy to get drafted, join Esau's military, period. You wouldn't be happy to be a police officer, none of that. Because you'll know what they're about. Esau, even in the you become a policeman, you still, what they call it, the blue wall of silence?
Right.
Yeah, Esau still got that cover, man. And they gonna make you do what they wanna do. And if you don't, they gonna be against you.
Right.
Because they for their people, even as a policeman. You know what I mean? It's racism all in the army, in the military.
Right.
All in the police force. So you join that, Esau still against you. The Lord just showing you signs why you should just love your own, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a cover, but not of my spirit.
How do we do that? We cover with a covering, but not of the Lord's spirit. Y'all wrong?
We cover with a cover be like the cover under Christianity, you know, where we can say, oh well, and Christianity says you can eat pork, you know what I'm saying? So we don't cover with the Lord's spirit where it says you can't eat pork, you know what I'm saying? We cover with Christianity.
Christianity, Kai, you had something?
We come just we use that cover on. We try to assimilate to all the other nationalities and races. We want to be just like everybody else, do exactly what they do, and never what the Lord wants us to do.
Right, like him trying to join this army. I mean, this war.
Right.
And he covered himself with Ukraine. That's what he covered himself with. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be covered in blood.
Correct.
Right.
What's gonna happen? Dar, you had something? Keep going.
Come.
Hold on, Slack. What's the spirit of the Lord then? He said we don't cover ourselves with the spirit of the Lord. What that mean?
So like you said, so like I said, is his spirit the law, statutes, and commandments?
His spirit.
So like you said, the zeal to us serve.
That Holy Spirit, man. That spirit to be separate. What does Zephaniah 2:1 say? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. This black man, he not desired by them, man.
Right.
But he act like they love him so much. They don't love him at all.
Right.
He loved them. They don't desire us, man. Go ahead.
Come. That they may add sin to sin.
That they may add sin to sin, man. That's how it is when you don't cover yourself with the spirit of the Most High, but we cover ourselves with everybody else's spirit, all the other guys. You know what I mean? The whole LGBT community is a covering of the proud spirit that the Lord hates, man.
Right.
So damn proud. Alternative lifestyle. The Lord hates that, man. Keep going.
Come, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
Read that, start at the top, read that again.
Come, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt.
Yeah, walk to go down into Egypt, go ahead.
And have
Egypt
not.
Egypt mean what?
So like it's bondage.
Bondage.
Right.
You want to go down to bondage. Go ahead.
Come. And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Right, you want to strengthen yourself in the strength of Pharaoh. You want to go help Pharaoh. That's what this brother doing. You got to go help Esau. Esau is the modern day Pharaoh. Pharaoh is what? The king that had us, the heathen king that had us in captivity. That's why I said Egypt means house of bondage.
Right.
We in the house of bondage right now. It's under Edomites instead of Hamites. You know what I mean? So he wanted to be strengthened by Pharaoh. On Esau to put him in that military gear and give him weapons. He feel like he's strong then. He's strong. He feel like he's gonna be strong over there than being in Detroit helping his brother. When brotherhood is stronger than any nuclear weapon that Esau ever created.
Right.
All you gotta do is come into this truth. Oh hell, at least stay in Detroit and help the brothers, even if you're not in the truth. Like do something for your people. Be honorable amongst your people. You about to go grab a weapon and get shot.
It's like
Go ahead.
I came a little late. Well, this is the brother that the actual pastor was an Edomite.
Say it again.
Praying for him to go into this war.
Yeah, we about to get into that too.
Oh, okay,
we
fine.
still getting we ain't got that far into it yet.
Okay,
But I just pulled that scripture real quick. Go ahead, Madar.
Come, verse 2. That walk to go down to Egypt,
Walk down into Egypt. Go ahead.
and have not asked at my mouth
Go ahead.
to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Trust in the shadow of Egypt. Give me Napash, keep reading.
Come. Recently, at Church of the King in downtown Berkeley, church
This is what you talking about, guys. Go ahead.
church members prayed over Johnson so that he would live through the battle.
Hold on, read that again. Everybody listen up. Everybody listen up. You know we say
Go.
Christian church is the whorehouse, man.
Right.
Everybody listen up. Read it again, the pastor.
Recently, at Church of the King in downtown Berkeley, church members prayed over Johnson.
Church members prayed over Johnson. You wonder why he's so ready to go and die for Esau? Christianity is what? Christianity is what? White supremacy, right?
Right.
That's why he's ready to go die for the white man.
Right.
That's why. Because your pastor, your so-called leaders, they build you up to die for the white man.
That's right.
That's what they do. They make you comfortable to pick up that weapon and go kill for Esau. While Esau sit back and relax. You know what I mean? In this case, they going to war with each other, but hell, you still got a bunch of Edomites that this brother is willing to die for. That ain't even at war right now. He defending the whole white race.
Jeez.
Whether he fight Russia or Ukraine, a brother with that spirit, he'll fight you. He gonna fight you for this kingdom to continue. Go ahead.
So that he will live through the battle.
Yeah, they prayed on him so he can live through the battle. Listen, the Lord is not with the Christian church or with the brother fighting that battle. Who the hell they praying to? They ain't praying to the God of the Bible.
That's right.
They praying to the white man. They praying to white Jesus. That's who they worship. Keep going.
Some Ukrainians in attendance also.
They said, listen. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Read that again. Listen, this brother from Detroit, right? This older man from Detroit, a black man going to fight on the side of Ukraine. Read that again, the pastor.
Some Ukrainians in attendance also expressed their appreciation.
So while they praying for the brother, you had Ukrainians in attendance. Come on now. Well, you know how shameful it is?
You know what? Also,
Go ahead.
you know the bad part about I read that said some Ukrainians are in attendance. Hell, why they ain't over there fighting the war?
Right.
You know how shameful that is?
Right.
You know how shameful that is? The Ukrainians over here in attendance, watching the Christian pastor put their hands on you and pray over you so you can go fight for his people.
Yes, go over there and fight you.
Keep reading. Who's that slacking? Y'all was just thought what's going on. All right. Most High Christ. Hey, Napas, go ahead.
Some Ukrainians in attendance also expressed their appreciation, according to the article.
Good night. They express their appreciation. Thank you for going to fight for my people.
Right.
Thank you for going and die for my people. And while I'm over here, I'm gonna live regular life. Come on, man.
That's a lot.
Who's this like Yaron?
I hope the brother don't get over there and have to catch a train.
To the war.
Because they're not going to live on the train.
I mean, he should know that he get the Ukraine information.
Right.
He said he get the Ukraine information.
Right.
You know what I mean? Brother lost, man. Brother lost. Go ahead.
It's like
Go ahead.
I was happy when you said it because that brother gonna have to walk to the battlefield. Have to walk.
Go ahead, Apostle.
We are praying for protection and God's provision, said Pastor Tal Sullivan, said during the event. We are inviting God to come and use him as he wants.
I don't know if that's the I don't know if they white. Did they get like their nationality, what type of preacher it is and all that?
It's like I seen the picture. It was Edomite that was had his hand was praying with. So.
Okay, so they
But I didn't know if that was part of the members or it was
it's still
pastor.
bad. It's still bad.
Right.
It's still bad. Go ahead and Apostle.
Yeah, like Tal Sullivan, he probably Ukrainian himself.
Yeah.
It would sound like
Yeah,
that.
that's a game. Yeah.
He's surrounded with Ukraine, man. That's why he's so in love with going to die for him. Go ahead, y'all, you die. Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil,
Damn right.
and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his
right. That's definitely a precept. That's definitely a precept. John 8:44. You are of your father the devil. The lust of your father you would do. He definitely doing Esau work for him. That's like when black people keep killing one another and they say, you doing the work of the Klansman.
Right.
This is what this man doing right here, buddy. He ain't killing no brother. He going to die for the white man. That's just as bad, man. That's actually killing your brother. You ain't helping your brother. Did it on that, Nafash?
Oh, yeah, the last part. Got a military background, the last paragraph.
Go ahead.
Dr. Johnson, who has a military background and served with the Army, also previously spent 2 years in Ukraine working at a university.
Read that one more time.
Dr. Johnson, who has a military background and served with the Army, also previously spent 2 years in Ukraine working at a university.
So he spent 2 years in Ukraine working at it. He already familiar with Ukrainians, man. He been around for 2 years. Go ahead.
That's it? Only 2 years?
Only 2 years?
You only spend 2 years with them. And you want to go back overseas and give your life to them.
Yeah.
But you've been in Detroit amongst niggas all your life.
Right.
And the Negroes don't get no love.
No love. Man, it's like
No love. He left. He probably was. Ain't no telling. He probably was living amongst Edomites. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling. Give me. Let me see.
It's like I want
So
to
much.
add, if I could.
Go ahead.
He's so concerned about Ukraine, and you guys might have brought it out, you got in, but he's so concerned about Ukraine, but what about this water in
Inflammation. God, I thought I brought that up.
Water.
No, he didn't have that. He
He had no cause. There was no cause he wanted to do on that one. But
he
didn't
don't see the reason. He don't see the reason for that. Give me, give me Romans chapter 9. (17 to 18). You know, China just said,
Romans 17.
Romans chapter 9, 17 to 18. You know, they want China to look at, China not looking at Russia and Ukraine like, he ain't looking at it like it's an invasion. China, the people, the president. You know what I mean? They said the president of China, he said, he blamed NATO for the tension between Russia and Ukraine. You know what I mean? He put it right on NATO. You know what that means? You wonder if Russia and China is in cahoots, is on the same team. They said they've been knowing each other. They said Putin is his best friend. They've been knowing each other for like 40 years.
Yeah.
They said China refused to call it an invasion. I said, uh-oh. It's tension. It came from NATO. They blame NATO. And you know, NATO talking. Hold on. NATO is saying if Russia touched any geography, any geographic area outside of Ukraine, it's on. They say it's lit. So you know what that means. They don't know what's in Putin's head. You know what I mean? They don't know what's in the president of China's head. They keep saying, yeah, Russia ain't got enough finances, the economics is going to dwindle down. Eventually, he ain't going to be able to continue fighting the war. I'm like, you don't know what's in Putin's mind, man. Let's go ahead and jump in it, America. You gotta keep doing that. Go ahead and get involved. Get involved, man. It's about to be on. Go ahead, Yahanna. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, I'm right. You know what I mean? The fact that they even bringing China up and want to know China's perspective on the war lets you know. You know what I mean?
So like I said, if I could, earlier you mentioned how they're not calling it an actual invasion.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, seen on the news, there's more propaganda in Russia because like the citizens of Russia are not even being told what's going on. They're not being told what's going
You
on.
know what they're putting on the news? You know what America is putting on the news? What we just talking about, y'all, Ron?
It's, America's trying to lie and say that Ukraine is doing real well in the battle.
Yeah, every time you turn on the news, they try to make it seem like Ukraine is just fighting back, doing so well. But on the other hand, like Russia just moved into the city of Kyiv and took over the city. You know what I mean?
Right.
Russia just bombarded and did this and did that. Like, so where I never hear that side of Ukraine. You know what I mean? What is it, I think the number that went up to like 2.3 million people in the fleet. It was 1.5 million. I think they said 2.3 million in the fleet. They done went to Poland and nearby areas. But they getting the hell up out of Ukraine. It don't seem like they fighting back. Hadar?
So like I said, also if I can add, as a matter of fact, along with the propaganda, what Russia is also doing is for any podcast, any newscasters that mention anything about war, even if they say the word war, they're being shut down and they're actually being walked out live on the news in front of everyone.
Yeah, right. Putin said, shut up, you know what I mean?
Right?
What scripture was that?
Romans.
Yeah, give me Romans 9 and
17.
7. Matter of fact, before you can get there, give me Exodus chapter 9. Exodus 9 verse 14. You can go 14 through 17.
Come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 14. For I will at the time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people.
Right, the Lord plagued the hell out of Egypt, man. He plagued them. Then destroyed their army. And they firstborn son and animal. He made them drink blood, he put frogs, he gave them hemorrhoids, everything, man. He plagued Egypt. Go ahead.
That thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. Verse 15.
Hey, is something wrong with the live stream?
What do you mean?
Something wrong with the live stream. Who's on the live stream right now? Let me know how we sound.
Make sound low, sir.
Sounds low. It just sound like this thing.
You need anything to drink?
I'm too hot, boy.
You said we low?
Yeah, that's it, sir. It's still going, sir.
Somebody told you we
Should
low?
go through audio
No, huh?
blocks, right?
Okay.
Nah, they like this out here.
Is it the mic?
Yeah.
Click on,
Yeah.
click on that speaker.
Turn the mic up there. Okay. Not your mic.
Shit.
Gotta be my
This is
mic.
low, so.
What they say is low on the video?
Yeah, that's it.
Not your mic. Turn the mic up back to y'all, Ron.
Come, sir.
Sounds good.
And the podcast. Turn the mic up back to y'all.
Come, sir.
Sounds good.
Turn the mic up back to y'all.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 15.
Turn the mic up back to y'all.
For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence.
Do you hear clicking in the background?
So I got one.
Go ahead.
YouTube live stream sound perfect.
Okay. Alright, we too wild. Go ahead. Go ahead,
What?
That's right.
And thou shalt be cut off from the earth,
Start at verse, give me 9 and 14, start at verse 14 one time.
Come, the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 14. For I will at the time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
Right. The Most High is holy, man. No one is beside the Most High. No one can compare to the power that the Most High got. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilences.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off from the earth.
Go ahead. This is when he was talking to Pharaoh, coming up against Pharaoh. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
He said, in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
For to show in my power, for to show indeed my power.
To show his power. That's why he did what he look, people always look at Egypt, the kingdom of Egypt, like it's, so great, especially black people. Right. And it wasn't power back then, but the Lord allowed it to be like that. Right. So when he destroyed, everybody gonna know who the Most High is. Right. And it was only great because of what? Who knows? Oh, he's just so great, a dog.
So like he said, because of the labor from the children of Israel.
Yeah, because we were slaves. I don't even say laborers, say slaves. That would sound like we kind of were willing to work, like, slaves. Right. They made us slaves. That's why Egypt was great. Like America is great. Donald Trump said, let's make America great again. Right. Let's make niggas slaves again. Right. Go ahead, Depash.
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
Right, so the Lord's name gonna be declared throughout all the earth. That's why he allowed this war to go on, the Third World War. His name gonna be great. His name already great, but he gonna make sure it's embedded in people's mind on the earth. Everybody on the earth gonna know that the Lord is powerful and great. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 17. As yet exaltest thou thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go.
Right, because Pharaoh exalted himself against us. He didn't want to let us go. We just needed, 3 days in the wilderness. That's right. Right. Pharaoh like, yeah, I'll let you go. He lied, man. You know the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. Right. What do you think he's doing to Edomites right now? Right. He's doing to Russia and Putin and them right now. Mm-hmm. They listen. America hoping Putin got to have an economic crisis. Mm-hmm. They wanted to die down. They keep talking about it. Like, he ain't got enough. They were talking about the manpower, everything, the money issues. They hoping. They wondering what's on Putin's mind really. That's what they're really thinking. What's Putin gonna do next? You know what I mean? And the Lord is behind all this. The whole Third World War, he's behind it all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who says Lucky? Go ahead.
So like when my man was so heavy about it, it just goes to show you how, everything the Most High said he was gonna do, he's doing. He's about to push the world into a famine. And what a lot of people don't realize is that Russia single-handedly has one of the world's largest, they produces the most grain in the world. Right. And what we use grain for, as far as our cereal, bread, pretty much everything. Russia single-handedly provide 30% of the world's food supply. Forcing all these sanctions on Russia and stuff. And Russia would just sit there and say, well, you know what? We'll keep our grain. We'll only deal with our people in China. That would pretty much damn near send the whole world into famine. Just by them doing that alone.
What Christ say? Be prepared for famine. It's coming. And the Ukrainians fighting over food right now. They fighting over food right now. It's food shortages. They beating each other up for food right now. So it's coming. And you gotta think about us over here. That's why the general keeps saying, get them generators, man. Right. Take your money out the bank. me stack up on that food. Yeah, the prices in, we said the price in California is what, $8?
$8, $9, sir.
$8, $9.
Fuel.
Right, you seeing signs right now. Who says it like it? Hold on, give me, hold on, y'all. Give me Galatians 6 and 7. Go ahead, y'all, you got. They ain't doing it already. They probably ain't telling you everything.
Right.
You got the scripture?
God calls the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived.
Be not deceived. Go ahead.
The Most High is not mocked.
The Most High is not what?
Is not mocked.
What that mean? Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. The posture.
It's like they thinking like they come to the Christian church. They thinking like
what the mock mean? What that mean?
Mock means somebody to pretty much take it as a joke, not taken seriously.
Yeah, make fun of.
Make fun of them.
So read that again.
Come. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked.
Why did Paul say that? Why did Paul have to let us know that? Be not deceived. The Lord is not mocked. Is that it for the whole scripture?
It's like this more.
Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So break that down.
It pretty much like I was saying, like in the Christian church, every time you go Sunday, like it's all fun and games. They will play, sing, and dance and stuff like that. And they expecting like, okay, it's all good because God's our love, He protect us and all. Even though you transgress almost every law in there, you probably got some homosexuals in the crowd, people who eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, celebrate all the holidays that the Most High not requires us not to do. And we up there just having fun, just making mockery of them, You say, you ain't got to worry, like the pastor, you ain't got to worry about this, about to throw down today. And just be jumping up and down, and when something just go down, so like a war, something go down, everybody just like pray. Their dad just sit down, pray for Ukraine and stuff like that. And he said, like Deuteronomy 76, we're a holy people.
You going to just give me the scripture, like be not deceived, for the Lord is not mocked. Who wanna take a stab at it? He was hitting on it a little bit, Adar.
Slightly, sir. If I could, to be not deceived, like the Most High is not mocked. We've seen that the Most High is a man of war, and not just some love and peace. And when we think that we can just break the Most High's laws, that we just ask and sing for forgiveness, and everything will be all right. And thinking that the Lord will not punish us at all for what we've done.
That's what I'm looking for. Like the Lord said, you reap what you sow, meaning He gonna get you. That's it. The Lord is gonna deal with you. The Lord is not mocked. You can make fun of all these law, statutes, commandments all you want to. The Lord He don't lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? You reap what you sow. Whatever this war going on, they reaping what they sow, man.
Right.
Well, Esau is blessed with the sword. Esau got a perpetual hatred for the children of Israel.
Right.
The Most High did not forget about that. Did not forget about all the killings, murders, atrocities, the unjust treatment that Esau has done on this earth, especially to his, the 12 lost tribes of Israel.
Right.
The Lord is gonna get him for that.
Right.
I mean, they making fun of the Most High every day. Damn picture of Caesar Borgia
Right.
with the angels being white, all them pictures being white, lying on the Bible. They think it's a joke, but now they realize it. Russia and Ukraine, and they're like, we need to pray for Ukraine now. You know what I mean? China ain't about to get it on with Taiwan.
Right.
About to get it on, man. The Lord is not mocked. You're gonna reap what you sow. They done sow all this evil on the earth and had us in slavery. Reaper coming. The reaper coming, the pot.
Yeah, John was saying I got a precept on that. You know, talk about church thinking God's our Lord. Got a precept on that.
Hold on. Yahanna, you die?
So like y'all the one, I was gonna break that scripture down if you wanted to.
Go ahead. Let me hear you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it like this, you know, don't let nobody trick you.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High is not a joke. Whatever you do, He will kill you.
Damn right. Give me let me see. Give me Isaiah 55:8 real quick.
Oh. The book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways. Neither your ways, my ways, said the Lord.
Right. So my thought, the Lord don't think how you think, man.
Right.
The Lord is a man of war. He don't think how you think. He's not scary, not in fear. And the scriptures say what? The Lord gave us the spirit. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of what?
So like you said, fear.
Fear. The Lord don't want you to be, that's why Christ said, be ye not troubled. I don't want you to be scared and afraid. You hear wars and rumors of wars and you know famine is coming. He wants you to be prepared. That's why he let us know. I mean, prepare yourself for this. Don't be troubled. Because this world going to be troubled. In trouble, in trouble. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Lord thoughts, not your thoughts. How you think the Lord is, that ain't how the Lord is. The Lord is a terrible power.
Right.
He about to show it. Let me see. Give me.
So like y'all the one.
Go ahead.
What you just said is so heavy. The Most High so terrible. He made a little Edomite baby walk 600 miles of freedom. So
God. Hey, give me the oh yeah, this is another thing. War in space. Y'all hear about the rumors about war in space? Y'all been hearing about that? Yeah, war. They talking about war in space, man. They talking about war in space. Give me who I sent the article to? Unify. Give me the article about what Ronald Reagan had said. Go ahead, how you die?
So like y'all the one. That's heavy that you bringing that out. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna go fight a war in space and you barely can fight a war on Earth? You know what I'm saying? Without destroying the Earth. You know what I'm saying? When they try the nuclear bomb, there's destruction on the Earth. That you can't live in that area. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. They want to do it, but they're not gonna win. No matter how they try to do it, ain't no win. You can't beat God. You know what I'm saying? So
God. Even before that though, like this war in space, we're gonna get into that about them war against Christ, but this war in space right here, before that even happened, they talking about Russia and America. You know what I mean? I'm just rumors right now. But we know according to prophecy, we preaching prophecy of the Lord, we know that it's gonna be war in space.
Right.
And prophecy already let us know that what? Christ already gonna win the war.
Right.
We already know who's gonna win the war. So while we see rumors of and hearing about wars and rumors of wars, we already knew about this. The Lord gave us this information before everybody. You know what I mean? And us in here in the school, in the truth, in I.S.U.P.K, we've been hearing about this. We've been prophesying this since 1969.
Right.
And now it's coming to pass, letting you know what? That committed Yahanna is a prophet of God.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So everybody else like, yeah. Matter of fact, give me Ronald Reagan, Nafash. Ronald Reagan even had his go ahead, read about it.
This is from the Smithsonian Magazine. Reagan and Kokopis agreed to pause the Cold War in case of an alien invasion.
Reagan and who?
Gorbachev
Gorbachev.
agreed to pause the Cold War in case of an alien invasion.
Now, this was back then around the time of the Cold War. They said Reagan and Gorbachev Gorbachev. Reagan and Gorbachev. Reagan was talking to Gorbachev like, listen, agree to stop the war in case of what, Napash?
In case of an alien invasion.
In case of an alien invasion. That's what Ronald Reagan was saying back then, years ago. And they talking about having war in space right now. You know, Ronald Reagan had the what? The Star Wars program. You know what I mean? That's that Ronald Reagan was all into the science fiction and all that. They were seeing what they call UFOs in the sky back then. The UFO was blinding them. Go ahead.
The 40th president of the United States was a big science fiction fan.
Mm-hmm.
At one point during the 1985 Geneva Summit, President Ronald Reagan and
Geneva Summit, go ahead.
Geneva Summit, President Ronald Reagan and Soviet Premier Malachi Gorbachev.
You don't matter, just go ahead. Devil. Go ahead.
Took a break from negotiations to take a walk.
Right, so Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev, they took a break from negotiating and took a walk. Go ahead. At the summit, when they was at the summit. Go ahead.
Only their private interpreters were present, and for years.
Only their private interpreters was present. Go ahead.
The details of what they talk about were kept secret from both the Russian and American public.
So what they kept secret is what they call UFOs, what we know as, IFOs, identified flying objects, which is what, according to the Bible, the chariots.
Right.
You know what I mean? The angels. What they call extraterrestrial beings, those are the angels. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But during a 2009 interview with Charlie Rose and Reagan's Secretary of State, George Shultz, Gorbachev revealed that Reagan asked him point blank if they could set aside their differences in the case the world was invaded by aliens.
Right, he said Reagan, while they took a walk, he said Reagan asked him point blank if we can put aside our differences in case alien invasion, in case of an alien invasion. Now, what would make him even think about that?
Right.
Like they're letting you know. That's a sign right there. Hold on. That's like it. Hold on. That's a sign right there. To let you know, like we in them last days of Esau ruling. For him to even be thinking about alien invasion, and then you having, America be having sightings and classified sightings of UFOs. They keep classified and all that. He said we need to put our differences aside in case it's an alien invasion. Meaning Ronald Reagan know what? Whether he know it or not, them angels out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they driving the chariots. You know what I mean? Them flying saucers. It's some basically enemies out there. It's some enemy. We're gonna have to stop beefing with each other and go to war with the real enemy.
Right.
That's a sign to let you know what the angels in the Most High is the white man's enemy.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you spiritual, you understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Napash.
Con. As far as we know, aliens never tried to take over the planet during the 1980s. So Reagan and Gorbachev informal agreement wasn't put to the test.
Right, they said we don't know about no aliens trying to take over in the 80s. Yeah, but guess what? 200 million angels is gonna take over under our shot. That's gonna happen. Yahanna, go ahead.
There's a lot of y'all that want hip-hop, man. The points he's bringing out right now is so heavy, and what a lot of people in America don't know, whether they are the oppressor or the Americans in the White House, they have a staff of biblical scholars that report to the president and let the president know about these prophecies and to
right. Go ahead, guys.
Just to piggyback on what he was saying is that it seems like the whole, everybody knows but us. Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, everybody, they make movies about it. The so-called Jew, he knows about it, he writes it, and he makes movies, Armageddon and things like that. So it seems like everybody's in on it except for us. We don't know anything. But thanks for mentioning Yahanna, he's been fully warned us.
We got a chance now. We ain't got no excuse now.
Right.
We here. I mean, the Lord gave you teachers now.
Right.
I mean, ain't no excuse. Give me what scripture we're talking about this, Go ahead.
So what y'all want, if I may, we're off the card that is so heavy. People talk about everybody know what it is. That goes to prove Psalm 83 and 5. We're off the Confederates against, the whole world know who we are, and they try to keep us blind to the fact that we can't use our power to call down the angels and go get us and kill us.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, if I may, I just kind of want to speak on what you were saying just a minute ago about private interpreters and stuff like that, and how the day that we used the Lord that gave us the priest and prophet, for himself, which is the men in I.S.U.P.K. I was there, so kind of just brought around looking, and I got kind of curious, and I said, well, I want to see what the Pope has to say about what's all going on, and one of the first videos I watched when he was talking about on the war, he said, Pope Francis said, I ain't on my mouth. He said, his people, his brothers and sisters are being bombarded with bombs and spears. He said, his people. He didn't say all our people, but his people. Then on a further note, he sat there and said, the Most High God is not a God of war, but a God of peace, and that we should be all loving each other. I just thought that was kind of, heavy what you were saying about, our lives and stuff like that, and how Christians think today. Even the Southern Baptists say that the Pope is the leader of the, religious nation. So, Christianity is all religion, and that's what the I.S.U.K teach. I just thought it was kind of heavy though.
Go ahead, Apostle.
But perhaps, unsurprisingly, for a president whose nuclear deterrent plan was nicknamed Star Wars, Reagan was a big science fiction fan. He had grown up reading Edgar Rice Burroughs' epic science fiction novels, whose characters include John Carter of Mars and Tarzan. Lauren Davis reports for IO9.
Somebody give me Isaiah 47:13. Go ahead, Apostle.
Once in a while, Davis continues, Reagan's nerdy tastes in books influenced how he governed during his tenure in the White House. Reagan relied on the Citizens Advisory Council on national space policy, a think tank made of astronauts, engineers.
A think tank made of who? Made of what?
Astronauts,
engineers,
and even science fiction writers.
Even science fiction writers. There's no people who help them out right now. Esau got people who, like you said earlier, they got people that think for them, basically. They got people that think for them. Go ahead.
Like Robert Hyland and Jerry Purnell for advice on future technology and the emerging importance of space policy. In fact, the council even helped to draft parts of Reagan's first speech introducing the Star Wars program.
Keep going.
It's hard to say how serious Reagan was when he asked Gorbachev.
Skip down down to the part where he's talking about the alien invasion. It should be in like another paragraph down there.
Okay, skip that one. Hold on, see something.
Go to skip down to where Ronald Reagan is talking.
He's got like one last paragraph right here. It was.
You might already went over it. Give me Isaiah 47:13 and Adar, give me 2nd Ezra 13 verse 30.
This is the book of Isaiah 47:13. Thou art weary in the multitude of counsels.
You said, read that again.
Verse 13, Isaiah 47:13. Thou art weary in the multitude of the counsel, of thy counsels.
Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. The Lord said, they weary in the multitude of them counsels they have. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Come. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators.
Right. Let the prognosticators, the stargazers, the astrologers, let them help you figure it out. Go ahead.
Come. Stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Yeah, let the stargazers, the prognosticators, and the astrologers, all them, let them councils stand up and help you out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Since y'all know so much,
Right.
tell me what you see in the sky. Tell me what them beams are that's blinding y'all.
Right.
It's calling y'all, what do we say, malfunction and disturbance when y'all up there. You know what I mean? All them councils they weary, they trying to figure out, you know what I mean? What the hell is this, man? What's going on out there in space? Everybody got them satellites out there right now. You know what I mean? It just came out that a Russian astronaut said he's gonna abandon his American astronaut.
Right.
When he come back. He said he's supposed to come back and get on like a Russian ship. He said the Russian man said he's gonna abandon him. And they both astronauts. You know what I mean? So you seeing hearing all these rumors, all these signs about space. I looked it up, like conflict in space, war in space. I'm seeing it, I'm hearing it. That means this prophecy is about to be fulfilled. They're about to have war in space, man.
Right.
Give me give me that.
Come on, the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Right. He said he's gonna come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Go ahead. What does astonishment mean?
So like this, sir. Astonishment is like something very amazing, hard to
It's
believe.
gonna be a surprise.
Right.
When Christ returns, it's gonna be like a surprise attack. They ain't gonna be expecting that. They're gonna come in the midst of this Third World War. They're gonna be focused on the enemies, the ops. And Christ's gonna come with the angels.
Right.
They're gonna be astonished, shocked, appalled, all that. They ain't gonna know what the hell when they see a nigga in the sky.
Right.
They ain't gonna know what the hell going on, man. Y'all wrong, what you tell me earlier about
The aliens.
yeah.
I have it right here, sir. That's all I was looking
Okay, wait, hold on to that.
for.
Go ahead, Dar.
Come on, the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another.
Yeah, they gonna fight against another. Starting right now, go ahead.
One city against another.
Mm-hmm.
One place against another.
Yeah.
One people against another.
Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, race wars, go ahead.
And one realm against another.
Mm-hmm. That's kingdom against kingdom. Go ahead.
And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared.
Mm-hmm.
Whom?
Be declared. The Lord declare war. You play how declare war? The Lord declare war, man.
Right.
Christ's gonna be declared. You're gonna know who Christ is. You're gonna know he's black, he's a nigga with woolly hair, all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the angels. Go ahead.
Whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Right. Who you saw as a man ascending up. Go ahead.
Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man in their own land leave the battle. So like every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another.
Remember what Ronald Reagan said?
Right.
agree to pause the war if an alien invasion. Read that again, dog.
Come. Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. And an innumerable multitude.
They're going to leave the battle they got one against another. They're going to turn and fight Christ. They're going to be an innumerable multitude. Because Ronald Reagan lets you know.
Right.
If an alien invasion, you know, the angels is aliens to the Esau. If an alien invade the earth, he already told you, listen, go, Bob. Ronald Reagan, he already said, listen, yeah, we agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're going to stop. We're going to fight against Christ.
Right.
That's what they letting you know.
Right.
They ain't say it like that, but I'm telling you like that. The Lord is letting you know. They going to stop what they doing against killing one another, coming up against one another. It's a nigga in the sky.
Right.
You got to understand. Black people coming up against Esau, they going to turn against you. Like, they fight each other, but if it's dealing with you, they going to stop fighting each other. Stop killing each other and then kill the nigga.
Right.
So it's a nigga in the sky, though. I'm just trying to paint it for you. It's
Right.
a nigga above, hovering above the earth.
Right.
They definitely gonna stop.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? They gonna stop and they gonna want to make war with Christ. They gonna make war with Christ.
Right.
They gonna lose. They
Right.
gonna get their ass beat.
Right.
But the white man is blessed with his war. He got the pride in him. He think he can beat the Most High in Christ.
Right.
And angels. You see how Russell put 150,000 in Ukraine like that?
Right.
The Lord put 200 million on earth like that.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. The book of 2 Esdras, chapter 13, verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come, and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Sion. And Sion shall come, and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and built, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
You can start right there.
It'll
Y'all
be-
wrong.
It's gonna be at least 2 minutes, sir.
Is a video?
Come, sir. But I had the audio. I can play it through the mic if you want, sir.
Bring it in here.
Come.
You grab the mic that Kaz got.
Come,
First, tell them the name of it.
Come, sir.
Describe what it is.
This video you can find on YouTube. This is an interview witnessed through different telescopes, and they witnessed ships creating these rings around these planets. Now, the interviewer is going to ask him a question about the rings. Who is creating these rings? Are these ships manned ships? Are there any men in these ships that are creating these rings? And he's about to give her an answer about the men on the ship that he has seen in photos. So, here we go.
You say the name of the video is what now?
Salaki. The video is called Project Camelot. Interviews Norman Bergrun. That's B as in Bravo, E Echo, R Romeo, G Golf, Romeo Uniform, November. Ringmakers of Saturn. Sir.
Put the mic to the speaker so they can.
Come.
And it can grow and grow and grow and grow.
Okay,
So in the MDE and itself and life.
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?